YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels is back, and I got my top 10 breakout players for the playoffs for you guys today. Basically, what the breakout players means is players that we didn't get to see the best of their game. Maybe it was because injuries, they didn't get the chance. Players were saved for this moment, for the playoffs. So I'll give you my top 10. There was a lot of guys to choose from, but I narrowed it down to top 10. Also, as you can see at the top right, at Frogs_Angels. That's our Twitter, link in the description. We have polls on there right now voting for, you guys get to vote for MVP, offensive MVP, defense, all those awards, and then those are going to be used for our live stream tonight. So we're going to be live tonight, and we're going to do our awards and reveal who you guys chose. We're also going to do different, not just the basic awards too. We're going to go outside the box, some different kind of awards, different MVPs of categories that we're going to decide. So should be a fun live stream. Check all that out. We have plenty of playoff predictions on the channel already, so check all that out as well. But let's get into it. Number 10, a guy that I think could have a big game in the wild card round, a guy that could be the reason their team gets the edge and wins. It's rookie Kamoko Turay from the Indianapolis Colts. Tyquan Lewis is out, their other rookie. So he's been playing very good. Turay has had a pretty good rookie season, I believe 4 sacks. So he's going to get the start, I believe. He's going to get a lot of reps, a lot more reps than usual. So he's a very athletic edge rusher. And, going against the Texans' offensive line, kind of on the weaker side, He could be a reason. He could be a factor that's why the Texans win. I'm trying to find guys here that also can be factors in multiple games. Turay can be that guy, but he's down at 10 behind these other guys because, maybe it's only a one-game chance depending on the injuries. But even on the rotation, he can make an impact. And he's a rookie, so he's getting better and better each week as it goes on here. Number 9 on my list is the Eagles defensive lineman Michael Bennett. Really haven't heard his name a lot this year, and we know how good of a player he is, but we really know how good of a player he is in the postseason in the past. So I think, the Eagles are on fire right now. I think he can step up, stop the run, get after the quarterback. He could be a big reason why they win multiple games. Problem with this, I really like him as a breakout player, but I had to put him down at 9 because they are the underdogs against the Bears. I picked the Bears to win, so he could be done after just 1 week, but I expect him to be a big-time player. If they do win, I expect him to play his best possible game every single week. So Michael Bennett gets number 9. Number 8, another rookie here, Marcus Davenport, the Saints pass rusher. He was having a heck of a rookie season. He was up there for Rookie of the Year, then got hurt, came back late in the season, looked pretty good, but he's kind of getting his groove back. So bottom line is this guy can get after the quarterback, very athletic, very strong, and he's going to get better with more time. And we expect the Saints to go far into the playoffs and maybe into the Super Bowl. So I think Marcus Davenport can be a factor, whether he's starting, whether he's rotating in. He's going to be a factor, so he can be a breakout player, maybe play as good as he did earlier in the year, even better possibly. So more reps, the better he'll play. Number 7 on my list here is going to be Jordan Howard, the Bears running back. And, I'm a big believer in just almost old school, just running the ball in between the tackles. I think that can win you games. I think that can win the Bears games. And I like Jordan Howard a lot. He's obviously more of the running back than Tariq Cohen. The reason he's been used more lately, and he's been playing very well. He played very well against a very good Vikings defense, played very, very well. But what is the reason he's been used more? Is it because they want to save Cohen a little more, or they're getting him warmed up for the playoffs? Could be either reason. I think him and Cohen are two totally different players. So I think they need to use Howard right. They need to use him enough. I think he's a heck of a running back still. I mean, he was a top 5 in the league in rushing yards the last how many years? Not this year. That's why I'm expecting him to break out. We know how good he is, so they have to use him right, though. So he comes in at number 7. Another Bears guy I thought of was Trey Burton. He was solid this year, but maybe we thought a little more. But maybe he could have been saved. Maybe we see tight ends break out in the playoffs all the time. So that could be another one for the Bears, but he didn't make the list. I wanted to put Jordan Howard on here. But some teams do have multiple players on this list, actually. Number 6. And there it is, the Eagles. And it's tough because the Eagles could be out in round 1, but these are like prime examples of breakout guys. Golden Tate was traded for this reason. He's definitely a weapon. He's definitely still a heck of a player. And the focus is on Alshon Jeffrey and Ertz. They're 2 best targets. Alshon, Nick Foles have a heck of a connection. You could put Alshon in here because maybe he didn't have his best season because he's better with Foles than he is with Wentz. But those are the obvious ones. I think Golden Tate could be a sneaky guy. Even Mike Wallace could be a deep breakout guy with his deep speed. But I think Golden Tate's their third target, and they have Aguilar too, so maybe he's even their fourth. But I think people will be focused on Alshon Jeffrey and Zach Ertz, so I think Golden Tate could really break out. Number 5 on the list is going to be Lamar Jackson. And we know he's good. He's played good. He led the Ravens to the playoffs. And this really isn't at a quarterback, really at the passing position of quarterback. It's more of the running. I think they unleash him fully. I think they kind of been saving him. I've been talking about that a lot. They used him a lot in the run game, in the Browns game, the must-win game. And I think they really unleash him. I think he runs wild in the playoffs. Even if it's one game, I think he runs wild. Even if they lose, let's say they play the Chiefs in the second round, even if they play them and lose, I think he runs wild in that game. They're really going to let him go. And it's going to be fun to watch. It'd be disappointing if they didn't. They made him pass the whole time, but I don't think that's the case. So he's number 5. Number 4, we're getting close to that top spot. Number 4 is Joey Bosa. We view him as an elite pass rusher. Was he an elite pass rusher this year? No, because he was out and he didn't really do much when he came back. But having an injury, sitting out for that long, it affects the guy. So more time and just the adrenaline, the energy of the playoffs really gets a guy like this going. So I think he can lead if they keep going. He can lead the playoffs in sacks. The problem is, this could be a prime example of number 1, but the problem is they could lose to the Ravens in round 1, the wild card round. I think they are underdogs. So if they keep going, though, Joey Bosa could be a huge factor, could be the best pass rusher in the whole playoffs. So definitely a guy to keep an eye out for. Number 3 is going to be Ted Ginn from the Saints. People aren't really talking about Ted Ginn. He's definitely a weapon for Drew Brees. Loves him. He's got the speed, and he's got receivers targets that maybe other teams are worried about more, and he's a sneaky guy that can get downfield. Drew Brees and him have a solid connection. So Ted Ginn is definitely a guy that is a breakout candidate. He was out most of the year with an injury, so that makes him that much more sneaky. I think he was big last year in the playoffs. He'll be big this year, that's for sure. And especially because you got to worry about Michael Thomas, those other receivers that stepped up, tight ends, but the running backs too. The running backs sneak out. Kamara sneaks out downfield. So teams are just worried about all those guys. That Ted Ginn could be a fact. And he's a guy that you can know he's going deep, and he's got that speed that you still can't really stop. So he will definitely be a breakout guy. For sure will be a factor. On to the top 2. Number 2 is going to be Damian Williams. We got a glimpse of him at the end of the regular season there. We know he's good now. He got that contract extension for a reason. He can run the ball very well, catch the ball out of the backfield. The Chiefs expected Spencer Ware to be their 1. He got hurt, and then they found Damian Williams was really their number 1 by a long shot. The key here is the slip screen game, the passing, him catching the ball out of the backfield. Really what it is. The Chiefs do it best. Their blocking scheme for that is the best. Damian Williams is a great back at catching the ball out of the backfield. He got the speed, the quickness. He got faster. We knew he was always fast, but he got faster, and he can break tackles. He's going to be a big part of this offense. He comes in at 2. And number 1's a very obvious one. Kind of quiet during the regular season, some injuries here and there. Wasn't really used that as much as you could use him, and I think there's 2 reasons for that. Well, it's Rob Gronkowski, the best tight end in football. Was he the best tight end of 2018? No, but that's why he's a breakout candidate, because he is the best tight end in football. And I don't think he was used that much when he was in the game because they didn't want him to get hurt. They wanted to save him from the playoffs, and because they wanted to save him for those looks for the playoffs. So, he's an obvious elite talent. You can know he's coming. You can have a guy on him. You can have 2 guys on him. He doesn't really have the speed, but he still gets it done because he's just that freakish, that big, strong hands, everything. Everybody knows Rob Gronkowski. And I expect the Patriots to win at least 1 game. They would have to win at least 1 game. And Gronkowski will be a big reason and definitely a threat. I still view him as an elite NFL player, the best tight end in football. But again, he wasn't the best tight end of 2018 because of the lack of reps. But there you have it. There's my top 10. Let me know your guys' different players. Yeah, there was multiple that I thought of here. Yeah, I apologize. Maybe I didn't get one from whoever's your favorite team out there, but these are the ones that popped in my head as the clear top 10. And these guys can be big reasons why their teams advance in a round. So we'll see. Let me know you guys' thoughts. Again, live stream tonight, we're going to be giving out our awards, our NFL awards, not just the obvious ones, not just MVP, defense. We'll do all those, Coach of the Year, all those. But then we got some random awards too. So lots to go over. You guys can vote for your MVPs and all that on our Twitter, frogs_angels, link in the description. Not too much time left to vote, so get over there. Give us a follow, much appreciated. Also be much appreciated if you can subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost to our 10K goal. It's been our goal for quite a while. We were reaching this even when we were down at 3K, and the support's been great. Thanks to you guys there, and clicking the like button would also be much appreciated. That's going to do it for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Get ready for that live stream tonight. Goodbye.